thanks for joining us. This year's 28th annual Banana Splittin' was held yesterday. The event was moved from its traditional place on Founders Lawn to Redwood Hall due to inclement weather. Many campus organizations competed in competitions for fastest eaters, most creative eating style, and best costumes. Ashland's own First Lady, Holly Finks, joined in on the fun this year, competing with the Delta Zeta sorority, while her husband, President Finks, competed with the Phi Delta Theta fraternity. This year's theme was Home Run Hittin' at Banana Splittin', and free t-shirts were given away to the first people in attendance. Sponsored by CAB, Homecoming Committee, and Dining Services, the event was, as always, a hit.
Two seniors will spend the rest of homecoming week as AU royalty. Nick Blanco and Lita Mercer were crowned this year's homecoming king and queen yesterday. Nick is a wide receiver for AU's football team and is a biochemistry major who plans to attend grad school after graduation. Queen Lita Mercer is a social work major from Pleasant Hill, Ohio, who is involved with religious life on campus. Members of this year's court that will accompany the king and queen, their reign include Jessica Bailey, Ben Keppel, Nicole Costera, Kevin Jackson, Mary Weidig, Andrew Farver, Molly Mikowski, and Ken Pulaski. The coronation has took place at 5 p.m. in Redwood at Banana Splittin'. The king and queen and their court will be making appearances this weekend.
If you missed the homecoming events earlier this week, don't worry. This weekend is packed with more spirited events. Tonight at 6 p.m., the second annual Powder Puff football game will be held. Tomorrow, the homecoming comedian will perform in Redwood with 2 showings at 7 and 9 p.m. The big game day will kick off on Saturday with the homecoming parade at 11:30 a.m. After that, everyone will head to the stadium to watch the Eagles take on Wayne State at 1 p.m. at the community stadium. The homecoming festivities will then come to an end with the homecoming dance at 9 p.m. in Redwood on Saturday night.
Because of the construction beginning on Ashland's new $23 million sports complex, AU's men and women's soccer teams will finish their home season at the Ashland Community Soccer Stadium instead of the AU Soccer Complex. Currently, AU's maintenance staff is removing the irrigation system and clearing trees to prepare for the construction of the new complex. President Fred Finks said that the university is expecting to open bids on various areas of the project on November 7th. If fundraising is on target and they come within the anticipated budget, groundbreaking could possibly occur soon after. AU officials have said that if construction on the facility began this fall, there would be chances the complex could open in time for the 2009 home football season, even if the field house was not yet complete. The complex will include a new 6,000-seat football stadium, 1,000-seat soccer and track stadium, a field house with offices, locker rooms, weight room, athletic training area, and entertainment areas.
With homecoming weekend only a day away, the campus will soon be swarming with AU alumni. Among those alum are individuals who will be receiving honors for their achievements. This Sunday, October 5th, an Alumni Awards brunch will be held in the Myers Convocation Center. The reception is hosted by Ashland University Alumni Association. The homecoming reunion and awards brunch will feature 8 award winners. The brunch begins at 9:30 a.m. and is open to all alumni and friends. An accident right outside of Ashland involving hazardous materials caused houses in the area to be evacuated. Learn details when we return. It's all coming up on Ashland Tonight News. Stay tuned.
My name's Andy McDonald. I ride this useless wooden toy for a living. It's hard. I've been doing it for 13 years. I'm still lame. I do a trick called a 540. Took me a good 6 years to learn. There's a whole generation of skateboarders out there that are just as talented athletically as any basketball or football player. It takes somebody that's not going to be afraid to fall down a lot, because you definitely will fall down. You're not a failure until you refuse to get back up. Drugs are only going to hinder what I'm trying to do. That right there is my idea of getting high.
What do a store owner, a mother of 2, and an honor student have in common? They've all recovered from a mental health problem, and they're all part of our lives. Mental health problems are surprisingly common. They affect almost every family in America. maybe even yours. Get the facts about mental health. Call 1-800-789-2647 because mental health is part of all our lives.
Here's something to think about. New research shows that regular exercise and a heart-healthy diet may help to reduce the risk of Alzheimer's disease. Thinking ahead now might make all the difference tomorrow. For more ways to maintain your brain, visit the Alzheimer's Association at alz.org.
Hi, Mr. President. My parents believe that eating meals together will make our country strong. Is this something that you did when you were a kid?
I did eat with my family so long as my mother wasn't cooking.
It's not good making fun of your mother, even if you are president, but it is good to have dinner with your kids. We know the more often children have dinner with their families, the less likely they are to smoke, drink, and use drugs. So simply having dinner together can help your children forever, even if you're not a great cook.
U.S. Route 250 was closed for most of the morning after hazardous material was found polluting areas of Savannah. A barrel of hydrogen peroxide was discovered to be leaking inside a tractor trailer. Houses within a 1,000-foot radius of the area were evacuated. Residents were not permitted to return to their homes until the area was cleared and the road reopened around 11 a.m.
2 Ashland police detectives are under fire for improper behavior. Kim Major and Van Ratcliffe have been suspended from the Ashland PD due to inappropriate physical conduct while on duty. Both officers were demoted to patrol duties after being cited. They will no longer be allowed to work on the same squad or take the sergeant promotional examination. Neither detective has had serious disciplinary problems in the past.
If you want a say in who becomes the next U.S. president, it is important to remember that the voter registration deadline is Monday, October 6th. This means that all registrations must be postmarked by this day. If you have registered to vote in the county of Ashland, please note that you must put down your dorm's address and not the school's address of 401 College Avenue. If you did happen to use the school's address, you must re-register using your dorm's address. If you do not know your dorm address, information will be next to the ballots in the Hawkins-Conard Student Center by the Safety Services Desk, as well as much more information on voting regulations. Voter registration and absentee ballots will be available in the Student Center beginning today at the Safety Services office. Once again, the form must be turned in no later than October 6th at 4 p.m. to participate in this historic election. If you have any questions or concerns, please contact Brandon Spencer at bspencer@ashland.edu.
In just a few short hours, Democrat and Republican vice president candidates will square off in their first and only debate against each other. Senator Joe Biden and Governor Sarah Palin will go live on national television tonight from Washington University in St. Louis. Critics say key subjects will include the stock market and current foreign oil policies. Both candidates have been preparing for tonight all week with mock debates under the supervision of both parties' key strategists. The debate will begin at 9 p.m. and will last a total of an hour and a half. Each candidate will have 90 seconds to respond to questions, followed by a 2-minute discussion period. Each candidate will then give a 2-minute closing statement. The debate will broadcast live on all NBC affiliate channels as well as most major networks. Goodbye summer, hello fall. October is here and so is the cold weather. Stay tuned for your weather updates with Leland Gottlieb coming up next. Ashland Tonight News will be right back.
Neurofibromatosis. Neurofibromatosis, or NF, is a genetic disorder that causes tumors to grow anywhere on or in the body. It can lead to blindness, deafness, loss of limbs, brain tumors, and severe disfigurement.
Neurofibromatosis.
Let me make it easy for you. Children's Tumor Foundation. The Children's Tumor Foundation, dedicated to ending neurofibromatosis through research. Let's all start saying it.
Children's Tumor Foundation.
Congratulations on the promotion.
I hope you're saving the extra money.
You gotta put it in stocks.
If you want to get ahead.
No, buns.
And CDs.
Stick it under the mattress.
Getting plenty of advice, but not enough facts?
visit saveandinvest.org. No confusing advice, no sales pitch, just unbiased information and tools to help you manage your money with confidence. Saveandinvest.org.
Does peace really have a chance within our lifetime? At Rotary, we believe it does. We've created programs at universities around the world dedicated solely to teaching peace to a new generation. There's a new symbol for peace. Rotary.
Is she thirsty or diabetic? Is he tired or arthritic? Subtle behavioral changes can be early signs of disease in pets. These changes are often less obvious in cats, which can be better than dogs at hiding illness. But a wellness exam from your veterinarian twice a year can help detect, treat, or prevent many health problems before they become serious. So call your veterinarian and schedule your pet's wellness exam today.
Welcome back to Ashland 2 Night News. I'm Leland, the weatherman Gottlieb, bringing you, yes, Ashland's weather. Well, brr, it's been really cold out there the last few days. I stepped outside last night, put on some flip-flops, and my feet were freezing. Let's get right to the maps and explain why it's so cold out. We have a high-pressure system down to the southwest and a low-pressure system just to the north of us. In between that, we have a gradient of air which is pushing winds down from the north right here into Ohio, so we have some cool weather. And we have another low-pressure system all the way to the west that will be affecting us later in the week. But right now we have some cool weather, so get in the house and have some fires going. Now let's take a look just how cold it is outside right now. We can see that temperatures here in Ohio haven't even got out of the 50s, sitting at 54 in Cleveland and 59 down in Columbus. And here in Ashland, we're sitting at 57. So get inside and stay warm. Lastly, let's take a look at those dew points. This measures the moisture in the air and the humidity. Generally, it has to be above 60. And just like last week, it is below 60. It's actually in the 40s, so it's very dry, so we have that crisp, cool air outside. Now let's take a look at that all-important 3-day forecast. And as you can see, temperatures will be moderating and the clouds will push out of here. And we'll see temperatures as high as 66 on Sunday. So get out there and enjoy it. That's all I have for weather. Here's Greg with sports.
Thanks, Leland. I'm Greg Smith. Now it's time to get our look at your Ashland University sports. On Saturday, the Eagle football team traveled to Frank Muddy Waters Stadium in Hillsdale, Michigan to face off against GLIAC foe Hillsdale College. AU scored first on a 5-yard touchdown run from DeJuan Harvey, giving the Eagles the early 7-0 lead. A Greg Berkshire field goal later in the half would extend the lead to 10. Hillsdale answered back quickly with a score of their own, but quarterback Billy Cundiff found Joe Horn for a 69-yard touchdown pass, putting the Eagles back up by 10. A late Hillsdale field goal trimmed the AU lead to 7 at the half. The second half was a back-and-forth affair, but in the end, it was the Eagles of Ashland University who came away with a very important 24-17 victory. The Eagle offense was very successful moving the ball all game, with quarterback Billy Cundiff finishing 20 of 29 for 294 yards and 2 touchdowns. Tailback DeJuan Harvey also gained 63 yards on 22 carries and a touchdown. The AU defense had again another fine performance, forcing 4 turnovers, all of which occurred deep in Ashland territory. Sophomore defensive back DeJuan Allen was the defensive star of Saturday's game with 15 total tackles. The Eagles come home to Community Stadium this Saturday to play host to the Wayne State University Warriors in an important GLIAC matchup. The men's soccer team picked up victories 8 and 9 last week when they downed visiting GLIAC rivals Northwood and Saginaw Valley State. The nationally ranked Eagles cruised to a 2-1 win against Northwood. Goals were scored by Adam Spanbauer and James Livingston. Only a few days later, it was goals by Ross Ashley, Tom Mangotic, and Adam Spanbauer that led the Eagles to a 3-1 victory over the Cardinals of Saginaw Valley State. The still undefeated Eagles now take a 3-game road trip to Ohio rivals Tiffin, Findlay, and the College of Notre Dame. The women's soccer team continued to face quality opponents this past week and were able to secure a win in overtime at home. The Lady Eagles outslugged the Timberwolves of Northwood with an exciting 2-1 overtime win. Casey Snyder scored both AU goals in the victory. After the big win, the Eagles would stumble, losing their next 2 matches to Saginaw Valley State and Northern Kentucky. AU now travels to Tiffin and Findlay and hopes to string a few wins together. The Ashland volleyball team looked to rebound after a few tough losses and did just that over the week. The Lady Eagles dismantled Northwood and Wayne State, winning both matches 3-0 against the Timberwolves of Northwood. Amanda Stefanski and Marina Santos both had 12 kills. A few days later, the Stefanski-Santos combo continued to dominate, with both adding 12 kills yet again. For these performances, junior Amanda Stefanski was named the GLIAC South Player of the Week. The volleyball team now travels to the Upper Peninsula of Michigan to face both Michigan Tech and Northern Michigan. The men's golf team finished 9th this week in the Grand Valley State Tournament. AU's Joe DeAndrea had a score of 219 and finished 7th. The AU cross-country team had an eventful week also, taking the title at Otterbein College. The Eagles were paced by Cameron Johnson, Jeremy Train, Leah Allen, and Abby Selhorst. That's all we have for a busy week in Ashland sports. Be sure to head out to all the Ashland University sporting events this upcoming week. But if you can't make it to the game, come check it out here, back on TV 2. Up next is Kelsey with your health report. Stay tuned.
She won her first race by 13 lengths. The next month, she broke her leg. Using a surgical procedure developed through research with animals, doctors repaired it. And the rest, as they say, is history.
Unleashing a furious one on the outside in a 1/6 of a mile from the wire. Willie Collins is there. Personal Ensign, a dramatic finish.
Personal Ensign ran 13 times and retired as an undefeated champion. You see, animal research saves animals too.
Big dreams and good grades aren't enough to get into college. There are actual steps you need to take. Finding someone who can help is the first and most important. For the next steps, go to knowhowtogo.org.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Kelsey Miller with your health report. Do you live in Mansfield area? Are you overweight and want to change it easily? Well, Cheryl Cox at Comfrey Corner has the answers for you. A healthy food shop started by a registered nurse over 30 years ago has all your weight loss needs. She will show you how to eat right, exercise, and how to take the proper vitamins. One customer has been with her for 20 years and has lost 220 pounds. She went from a size 48 to a 14. The store is located at the East and West Park Shopping Center in Mansfield. Cheryl will also be opening a second store. The new store will be a state-of-the-art located in the Sturkle Shops on Lexington Ave next to the Mansfield area YMCA. Also in Mansfield, the Richland Mall just kicked off its 19th annual Drug-Free Month. So while you are shopping, you can see posters and yard signs designed by the local schools. This effort for a Drug-Free Month is provided by the Richland County Prevention Partnership with collaboration with the Community Action for Capable Youth. On Tuesday, there were many inspirational speakers at the Richland Mall to become and stay drug-free. If you are a minority and need someone to talk to about your health issues, you are in luck. The event is put on by the North End Community Improvement Collaboration and Company and the Ohio Commission on the Minority Health. It is called Straight Talk, and it is hosted by a research team from Wright State University. If you would like to come or for a video of the previous talks, contact the NECIC for more information at 419-525-3100. That's all with health tonight. Let's toss it to Victoria with the latest celebrity gossip. Victoria? Thanks, Kelsey. I'm Victoria Venata, and let's take a look at this week's edition of TV2's Entertainment Straight from Hollywood. Movie star Heather Locklear has started to head towards a downward spiral. Locklear was arrested Sunday for a DUI. A witness called 911 when she saw Locklear driving erratically. She was allegedly revving her engine and repeatedly driving over a pair of sunglasses. Authorities believe Locklear was under the influence of prescription drugs, not alcohol. No charges have yet been filed. Months after his death, Dark Knight star Heath Ledger is still making headlines. Early this week, Ledger's family publicly announced their plans to sign over Ledger's willed estate to his daughter. However, new information states that might not happen. Ledger's insurance company now opening a new investigation of this case. Reporters state that they are believing that the death was not due to an accidental overdose, but rather was a suicide. Family and critics are furious. Do you really think a major star of one of the year's greatest movies would kill himself? Many think not. However, if the insurance company wins this case in court, Ledger's daughter would not receive any of his more than $16 million estate. Now for this weekend's top 5 box office hits. At number 5 is Burn After Reading. This flick is directed by the Coen brothers and stars George Clooney and Brad Pitt. In 4th place is Fireproof. This tells the tale of a firefighter's attempt to save his marriage. 3rd is Lakeview Terrace. Samuel L. Jackson stars as a cop trying to force out the interracial couple next door. At number 2 is Nights at the Redont. Richard Gere and Diane Lane fall in love in this romantic film. Your number 1 movie is Eagle Eye. Shia LaBeouf plays a slacker thrown into a mysterious conspiracy. And if you're going to the movies this weekend, critics are saying that Beverly Hills Chihuahua movie will be a great hit with your kids. That's it for this.
Welcome to the home of the rich and famous.
I'll get you anything you want. Yes, I will. No, not you, Patrick.
Where no one is more pampered and privileged than the Beverly Hills Chihuahuas.
It's not easy to find a mate with papers.
Hey, talk to the paw.
But Poppy is the one dog who's his own man.
Mi corazón!
Oh.
You are lovely.
Who is that hunk of Chihuahua?
If you ever need someone to lick inside your ears, I would be most honored.
Rough.
But this October,
I'm about to entrust you with my greatest treasure. You take good care of her. Wake up! Come on!
oh no she didn't, everything is about to go south.
We're going on a trip. Mexico!
Hello.
Hola and adios.
Hold your tacos.
Now,
Chloe's in trouble. Papi, come on, fool, let's go.
The most pampered dog in Beverly Hills is 1,000 miles from home.
Don't you speak any Spanish?
Why would I speak Spanish?
Hello, you're Chihuahua, mija.
And this rebel and his crew
Say hello to my little friends.
are on a mission.
Let's go get Chloe.
That's off the leash.
I'm gonna kick some tail.
Don't eat me, I got a wife and 300 kids to feed.
Nice legs. For the love of a banana.
Let's get out of here.
Walt Disney Pictures presents.
I could use a little help. Don't help.
The greatest Chihuahua movie.
Oh, yeah.
Of all time.
Hey, homie. I have never had my teeth brushed before. It's minty.
Beverly Hills Chihuahua.
Hi, I'm Viv.
I want to talk to Chloe. Would you put her on? Hi, honey.
Chihuahua.
That's it for this week's Entertainment Report. I'm Victoria Venata. TV2 will be back after this break.
Parents, there's something you can do to protect your kids from drugs and alcohol. Combine ground beef with egg, tomato sauce, breadcrumbs, and spices. Bake in an oven-safe pan at 350 for 50 minutes. Serve hot.
This is Jamie Lee Curtis. Children who eat dinner with their families are less likely to smoke, drink, or use drugs. So, have dinner together every day.
Delicious.
A message from CASA, the National Center on Addiction and Substance Abuse at Columbia University.
My name's Andy McDonald. I ride this useless wooden toy for a living. It's hard. I've been doing it for 13 years. I'm still lame. I do a trick called a 540. Took me a good 6 years to learn. There's a whole generation of skateboarders out there that are just as talented athletically as any basketball or football player. It takes somebody that's not going to be afraid to fall down a lot, because you definitely will fall down. You're not a failure until you refuse to get back up. Drugs are only going to hinder what I'm trying to do. That right there is my idea of getting high.
Is she thirsty or diabetic? Is he tired or arthritic? Subtle behavioral changes can be early signs of disease in pets. These changes are often less obvious in cats, which can be better than dogs at hiding illness. But a wellness exam from your veterinarian twice a year can help detect, treat, or prevent many health problems before they become serious. So call your veterinarian and schedule your pet's wellness exam today.
As parents, we do whatever is necessary to ensure the health of our children. Sadly, most parents don't realize that their child's first eye exam with an eye doctor should be between the age of 6 and 12 months. I urge you to take your baby to an optometrist for a comprehensive eye assessment. It can literally change your child's vision of the future.
Infancy optometrists offer a no-charge eye assessment for infants 12 months old or younger. Call today to find an optometrist near you.
Welcome back to Ashland Tonight News.
If you are a student that lives on campus, hall inspections will be starting this weekend. If your room has something that violates Ashland's housing regulations, you may face citations and fines. If you have questions, make sure to talk to your RA.
Are you a student who has questions or concerns you would like to ask President Finks? Well, you can. Email us your questions to tv2@ashland.edu, and TV2 producer Brittany Lee will get the answers on the next edition of Finks Thinks. So, what's everybody doing for homecoming?
Going to the comedian on Friday, yeah.
Okay.
The big parade on Saturday. A lot of the groups will be passing out candy, so bring your children to the parade.
Yum.
I'm pretty excited about the football game on Saturday. Go Eagles.
Well, that about does it for tonight's Ashland Tonight News.
We would just like to thank our TV2 crew, and if you're interested in helping out with Ashland's TV station, you can email us at tv2@ashland.edu.
And don't forget to join us next Thursday at 4:30.
Thanks for joining us.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
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 Good night.